morning on Hot 97. They gone. Heard they ended it. I don't know why, but well, I really like. I ain't in New York, but I see the clips and the interviews. I wasn't a fan. You know, I guess I don't know what Ebro is. Is he Hispanic? Is he black? I don't know. I really was like disgusted when they did that interview with Kodak Black and they was trying to get him. I think that was the interview. They was trying to get him to indict himself. And my thing is this, man. You know, they've been on the air since 2012. So, I mean, about a 13-year run, probably almost 14. You know, it's a good run, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, but our culture been hijacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest radio stations in New York, should they really be the face of it? You know, a lot of times either they putting these others in there or these mulatto motherfuckers in there or these tethers like DJ Academics in there. Like, at the end of the day, we need to get back to the basics and get back to, you know, having some integrity about the art of rap. You know what I'm saying? About the whole culture of hip hop. We need to get back. We need some gatekeepers, man. You know, we need somebody that's gonna protect the integrity of hip hop, man. Because right now, it's a lot of motherfuckers that's making good, you know, that's making music that shouldn't even be on the radio. Like, the radio is unlistenable, if that's a word. You know, it's a bunch of guys, people you interview, you know, that they do street interviews. They don't know nothing about the culture, nothing. But these guys, I mean, for the most part, I don't think they was the proper representation, especially when you hip. You still want some, you know, younger people in there. You know, maybe they should move to an older, you know, old school network. You know, that's where my ears would be at, you know what I'm saying? But this young shit, man, I mean, I need to clean it up, but I just was never a big fan of them. Seemed like culture vultures, and I mean, just seemed like they had alternative agendas on there. All the clips that I see in the interviews that they did, I just don't feel like they should be the ones speaking about hip hop. You know, that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong on that. But I just don't feel like they're the ones that really should be speaking about hip hop in one of the meccas of rap, New York City, if not the mecca of rap. You know, in Hot 97, they made a whole bunch of mistakes, but you know, the internet, you know, made the radio obsolete. What do you get on the radio but a bunch of commercials, and nobody's making good songs anymore because, you know, come on, man, why would you get the fuck over like that, man? Like, come on. Yeah, fuck out of here. You literally could have just waited behind that car. You not going no more faster than that car. People be just dying to get over for no fucking reason. Like, fuck out of here. But yeah. You need to protect this shit, man, because it really is going to shit. But nobody listens to the radio no more. Radio dead. Radio is dead. D-A-E-D. I spell it, but it's dead backwards. It's dead. It's over with. And need something else, but a lot of people happy, celebrating about it. I mean, I got 14 years, almost a 14-year run. That's tremendous. You know, but I know some talks about somebody coming to High 97 and pushing this person out the door and that person out the door. At some point, the Breakfast Club gotta go. You know, at some point, that gotta go. You gotta be something newer, and that's one thing about working in hip hop. One day, you know, Bill Bellamy or Ed Lover, they doing interviews on MTV, and then it changed. You know what I'm saying? Then it changed to somebody else. One thing about hip hop, man, to be honest, if you're lucky, you got a nice 2-3 year run, whatever you're doing in hip hop. You got a nice 2-3 year run. Things change like that. When you choose to pick a career in hip hop, you got to be talented. You got to be able to change with the times. You know, even if you a hip hop connoisseur, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of them, they don't respect that. They don't respect the overseer. Like, a lot of things in the black American community is just, it don't make sense. They pay these guys not to play old music. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man, when you kind of understand the industry work, but it wasn't terrible. I just wasn't a fan of the messages. Like, it's not some of the messages that they had. Like, these are the guys who really giving their opinion. Like, come on now. You know, when I look at DJ Academics in the same way, Joe Budden is somebody's opinion I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Budden can fucking rap. I'm not saying that Ebro or Peter Rosenberg had to rap or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. But Joe Budden is somebody's opinion that I respect. You know what I'm saying? Say what you said about the show and some of the other shit he got going on. Joe Budden, Slaughterhouse, before Slaughterhouse, Joe Budden is a respectable MC, and even post that his opinion, you know, and on hip hop is very respectable. Like I fuck with his opinion, you know, and that doesn't mean that I agree with it. I'm just saying, like his opinion hold weight. Like he's credible. A lot of these guys hanging around, and what are you credible around? You rub shoulders with a black person, or you was in Big Daddy Kane Entourage, or you was in Jay-Z's Entourage, or that's what I meant. Yeah, like what is your credibility, bro, in this shit? A lot of these niggas just was going to dress like niggas and talk like niggas, and you know, they wanted to do that. A lot of these dudes was the ones saying, oh man, Puerto Ricans, crap, like, ain't had shit to do with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just keeping it real. Every time we do something positive in our community, they want to swagger jacket. They told them niggas, oh, gangster rap wouldn't sell. As soon as they seen gangster rap selling, they wanted to hijack it. At some point, with all this, you know, freedom and accessibility, we need to bring real hip hop back. Y'all niggas wearing purses. Y'all putting all the bitches putting Christmas ornaments in their nose. You know, I blame a little bit of niggas like Lil Wayne, you know, trying to cross over to punk rap and all. These niggas is confused. They are confused, bruh. Niggas just think, oh boy, I spent $1,000 on some Balenciaga and you look like a goddamn vagabond. We need to get back to shit that was cool. Like nigga could rock a $5 white tee back in the day and it was cool. Wasn't about the price of it. Nigga rock some Air Ones, some shit, whatever it was cool. It wasn't because it was cool, it was expensive that made it cool. What made it cool was it was fucking cool. We need to get back to that. You know, but, you know, with them being gone, I mean, so, you know, time goes on, everybody is gonna move on and they might, you know, pivot to a podcast. They got a core audience. And hopefully they've been working on their own stuff. And that's what a lot of people at ESPN been doing. But the thing about it is a lot of these companies probably got ownership. And they probably saying that ownership, part of your buyout is you probably got to, you know, give up a little bit of that money to get your podcast back. But hey, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Hit the link in the description. Check out the music entertainment playlist. You can find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.